Hey, this is Eddie Ift. We've got a great episode coming up with a friend of mine, comedian Joe Matarese. But right now, I just want to talk to you about donating. Go to our website, which is JimandEddieTalkShit.com. There's a donate button right there. Just click donate. You get all kinds of stuff, posters, T-shirts, CDs, DVDs. Jason will write a song about you. You get to come hang out at the show. We just had a guy last week here, and we appreciate all the support. Go to Stitcher, download it to your app or your smartphone or whatever you get, and get the promotional code Jim and Eddie. And right now, you're about to hear probably the best episode we've ever had on a Thursday.
Two douchebags on a couch. One's an asshole, one's a grouch. And relentless, all their mouths. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit. Jim and Eddie.
Welcome to Talkin Shit. I'm Eddie Ift. I'm here with Jim Jeffries.
Hello.
And we are in the Rape Cottage in Venice. The whole gang's here, and we've got a guest tonight, Joe Matarese, an old friend of mine from New York City, who is out here shooting Chelsea Lately and some other television show.
You flew out for that?
I know. 2 television shows in one day. I'm doing
He's
it.
doing 2 in one day. He's doing the Byron Allen show that I'm doing tomorrow too. That is.
I've heard of this show. I've not seen it.
Do you know this TV show? Byron Allen does shows like what was the other one?
Comics Unleashed.
Comics Unleashed, and now he's got this new one. It's a stand-up show.
Comics Unleashed is a weird one though.
Here's this one though. There's the guy called me on the phone and he said, "Look, we are going through tape of Comics Unleashed," and he goes, "You popped, man, you popped." And I thought, we got to put you on the show. And I went, "Oh, thanks, man. How many people are on it?" He goes, 120. And I wouldn't even know. Wait, this is where it gets good. I wouldn't even know where to find 120 comedians. I go, so I went and I told another friend, I go, "Do you know we're one of 120? And he goes, "You know, we're on the 2nd season." There's 240 comedians that they've used for this thing.
God, you're depressing
haven't
me.
been asked. no one's approached me.
Season 3.
I don't know. How fucking many specials do you have to have before you get on the fucking, what's the name of the show?
We don't even know. Do you know the name
It's
of it?
called comedy.tv, right? It's got its own channel, man.
Oh, it does?
And you have to be squeaky clean because this
Oh,
shit will air at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon in the Midwest.
Good luck with me.
I'm of the opinion that there's too much stand-up comedy on TV.
Yeah.
I think it's
You think?
I think it's oversaturated completely. It's just
When you do Letterman and you gain 1 Facebook friend,
Did that happen
and that's
to you?
like your fucking aunt.
Did that happen to you?
Yes, I mean I've done Letterman, yeah, and it's like literally 0 fans gained.
it
Chelsea
doesn't-
lately brings more fans in.
It doesn't mean anything, does it, anymore? Yeah, I did Lopez, and my life didn't change that dramatically the next day.
No? You didn't have a whole new Mexican
No.
contingent?
I went down to the Baja Fresh thinking, I'm going to get some free food. Nothing happened. No, they didn't seem to notice.
Ernie can maybe tell you where. Machete will tell you where to go that you've got fans now.
Yeah, you have to follow the fucking wires with the shoes hanging off them.
You can do the comedy at the Ice House now in Pasadena and fucking pack it.
Our producer Jesse is he's the warm-up guy over at Chelsea lately. So
Oh, that's why I recognize you. You're the guy.
What do you do for a warm-up for Chelsea lately?
I pretty much do crowd work most of the time.
Yeah. Who likes women who lie about their age? Give me a ho!
who hates people more successful than them?
Someone's. Yeah, this made me depressed today. You know Joey Cola? Mm-hmm. Guess how much he gets to do warm-up for the Martha Stewart show?
How much?
Just guess.
He gets a quilted blanket and a lasagna recipe.
And he does 3 a week.
3 a week.
$3 grand.
I'm gonna
$3
guess
grand a pop.
1,500
$2,700 a pop.
a pop.
Each one. $2,700.
Oh my God!
Does 3 a week.
I would fucking lick Martha Stewart's fucking scrappy pussy
That's
for $2,700.
That's more than I get. I can't. That's not good.
I know. I used to think guys that did warm-up were like guys that like weren't doing well, but I guess I'm wrong.
Do you know
It's
Ron
like,
Pearson?
You must be rolling in it, Jesse.
I definitely did not get paid that much, but
you took Brody Stevens' job, right? He got kicked out of the studio. I don't even know what he did.
I don't like to think of it as taking his job. I just like to think of it as he left and I came. But
Do you know about this? What happened with
No.
Brody?
We had Brody on the show here, and he never mentioned anything about it. Do you know
Maybe
the
he
story?
just said his name too many times. I am Brody.
Brody
Hello,
Stevens.
everyone.
What did he do? Do you know?
I don't know. He just told me that he got escorted out of the building. Should I not be saying that?
No,
about
you
Brody?
should.
I like Brody. He's a
I
great
love
guy.
Brody.
I'm a huge Brody fan, and I have been for many years. But he's too good. He's not a warm-up guy.
He snapped on me the other
I
night.
just slammed this guy again accidentally. Twice I said he's too good to do
I didn't
warm-up.
even know you
I don't
did
take
warm
it.
up.
I don't take offense at all.
I didn't even know you were stand up, Jesse.
I started doing stand up a while ago, and I kind of fell into the warm up gig. I don't really do stand up out at clubs anymore, which is why I'm not offended by what you said, Joe.
So you just do crowd work. You just
Yeah,
go, where are you from,
the thing is
madam?
it's not doing stand up. Doing warm up is not doing stand up. It's like you're pretty much a party starter, and it's not like being.
Then they should hire Darren Carter because he is the party
Well,
starter.
I mean, that's it. Is being a good stand up is much harder than being a good warm up person. In my opinion.
Did you ever work with Miles Crawford in Britain?
Yes.
The worst. And I always say this, and I'm not quick to defame people. The worst stand-up comic in the world, quite possibly.
I think Miles Crawford was the one.
He wouldn't be. Actually, he's not the worst stand-up comic in the world. He doesn't have a joke.
I think he's the one that
It's like
I think he's the one that I was working with him in Nottingham Jongleurs, where you got your head smacked against the
I had
wall.
my skull fractured against the table.
And I had finished, and he was on stage closing the show. Because in Jongleurs in England, if they have a black comic, they always have them headline because they think
No, he only MCs.
they think.
He
Then I
only
might have the wrong guy.
He only-
I'm thinking Rudy Liquid.
Rudy Liquid. Yeah, Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy Liquid. Because
Yeah, Rudy's
Liquid.
all right.
But
Rudy's all
that's his
right.
name.
they usually have black guys headline because they think white people in Britain are afraid of them. And they won't fuck with them.
And they are. I'm afraid of him in this country.
Dude, I don't know what the warm-ups do in England, but like I did a show at the Comedy Store in England, and I bombed so bad. I'm like a guy that doesn't sweat.
That's the best club in the world.
I bombed
know.
there. I bombed their worst. It's my worst bomb of my life was in that club.
I've never had a bad gig. That's the best comedy club in the world. Comedy Store in London.
Not if you're American and when Bush was president.
Yeah.
They were like booing me as I
Yeah,
was
but
walking
are
up
you
there.
one of these guys who came up like, yeah, I'm American, fuck you?
No,
Some of
not
the
at all,
American
man.
acts do
No,
that,
no,
and the
no.
British turn on them.
No way.
You have to be the humble, I'm sorry, American.
I agree with them. I hate Americans. So I mean, but I did not do well. And then I talked to the guy who booked it afterwards. I go, "This was a TV taping. What happened? Well, why wouldn't the warm up guy to get him going?" He goes, "Oh, in England," he goes, "the warm up guys basically do a little bit, and the crowds are more reserved for a TV taping. They hold back."
No, hang on. You didn't tell me it was for a TV taping.
Yes.
I bombed on that as well. Really? That's the only time I've bombed in that room is for the TV. They make the TV tapings like fucking 6 hours or something. They bring the audience are tired and it's hot and it's in the afternoon. Oh, I fucking died on my ass. But the secret to British TV, as in all TV, you say your joke, even if there isn't a fucking laugh, you smile, you look, and hopefully they'll put the laugh in later.
Yeah, that's
They
every
probably
TV
did.
show, though.
They probably did.
I did the Melbourne Comedy Festival this year, and they do a gala.
Oh, I
And,
bombed on that.
You did bomb really bad. They
They
had.
fucking hated me.
I was on the gala, and I went to the rehearsal, and I hear the producer go, "So do you want to know where he is, or do you want to know where you are in the order?" And my promoter goes, "No." And I go, "Yeah, I do." And she goes, "You're going on 28th." And I go, "Out of?" She goes, 28. And I go, "I'm closing a show of 28 fucking." I called every comic I know. I'm like, "Guess where I'm going on?" And they're like, "Where?" I go, 28th. They go, "You're going to die so badly." And you know what? I didn't die because the comic 27's the worst spot.
I used to be so envious of those guys that had such a good manager that they could give them a better number.
Yeah, that's called.
Next, they went from 28 to like 4th.
That's
You're like,
called
how the fuck
that's
did that
called
happen?
Arj Barker. And he,
that what happens?
Yeah, he did move up from like there to like 4th, and we have the same manager.
One time I saw that I was going first, so I just didn't show up on time. There was no way. You know what? I'm an hour late. I ain't first.
That's a cunt's move. That's fucking over someone else's. I don't care.
I'm a cunt.
I like it. I
Definitely am.
I would. Do
it was a
too.
network fucking chance to get a development deal. I ain't showing them first.
and for the first couple of seasons, and they actually fucking dropped checks during a TV taping.
yeah,
I mean that was.
I would have stabbed somebody.
I know, and
I hosted live at Gotham. It
Yeah.
wasn't easy.
I told the producers, I was like, you can't do that on a TV taping, drop checks. They're like, well, this is a real comedy club. People are drinking. I'm like, just keep them after the show.
Wait 10 more fucking minutes.
Yeah, it was really, really
I would
mean.
just start throwing shit.
Yeah, I remember. No, my live at Gotham went okay, but I remember because I was hosting and I never host fucking anything, right? And so then they were like, you have to speak for a minute and a half in between, and then there was something like, we didn't record that, Jim.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Oh.
Same jokes, and I was like, you're kidding me, right? And I was on stage in front of the people, like saying to the director, "You fucking kidding me?" Now the audience are like, "Ooh, someone's a bit precious." So I did the same minute and a half again, which was just a lot of waffle and shit.
What's
you know?
what's your worst snap on stage? What'd you do?
Oh, I dressed as Michael Richards and said the N-word 14 times. No,
I dressed as Joe Coy and called someone a faggot.
No, I've had a few. I've had a few fuck yous and then stormed out. And, people don't understand me. Like a petulant teenager going to his bedroom. I've had a couple of them, but not often. I've had, the infamous punch to the head.
No, but you snapping, like where you get angry.
Are you the guy that got punched in the head?
The comedy
I've
store.
seen that. That's fucking awesome. And you continued, right?
I come back out.
Yes. You're my hero.
Thank you. Without me going back on stage, that clip is worth nothing.
Joe,
I have some heckler clips that have. Well, I have one that almost has 1 million hits
what really
on YouTube. Yeah, I have
what
another
happened?
one. Well, the one that has all the hits. It's all in the title. What you're gonna, whatever you title it, it has to be really good that makes people want to look at it. And the title is "The Whole Crowd Tries to Heckle Joe Matarese." The whole fucking crowd was slowly trying to heckle me from all different sections, and I was just shitting on all of them individually. Yeah. One of my best lines was because it was a fundraiser, right?
He's doing God's work.
It was a fundraiser for this high school cheerleading team, and I look at this mom and I go, "We should raise money for you to kill yourself." Because we would raise more for that. That's my best line.
I had something like that in Atlanta. I got hired to do a charity, and they had me come in a night early, so I had to change my plane flight. I'm not getting paid, and it's for some fucking spina bifida or something, and it's to raise money. And I'm up on stage, and I'm doing it, and they're not listening, and they're all talking. And I said, "If you're quiet, I'll do my jokes." And they're like, "Be funny." And I'm like, "I'm trying, but you keep interrupting me." Some woman yells, "Show us your tits." And I'm like, lady, shut the fuck up for 1 second and let me do my jokes, and I'll be funny. And the woman that organized the whole event yells from the back of the room, "Don't anybody laugh at him." And I'm like,
Was it your mum going, "You're just encouraging him"?
Yeah, and I was like, "You fucking assholes. I fucking flew here early to fucking do your free show, and you're fucking yelling, 'Don't anybody laugh at him.'" So at one point, I just started yelling and snap, fuck you, and they're all yelling back. And I yell at one point, "I hope all your spines get bifida." And I'm just, so I yelled at them all, and I threw the microphone. I walked off stage, stormed out. And I'm out in a bar later that night in the same area of town. And a girl goes to me, "Come here." And I walk over to her and she grabs me by my hat, the brim of my hat, and pulls me close. She goes, "You fucking asshole. Why did you act like that on stage? Why did you fucking get off stage?" And I went, "Listen, you cunt. Get the fuck away from me right now." And I snapped. So she...
3 years later and a child.
She calls the comedy club and says, "He did this. He assaulted me and screamed at me and called me a cunt." I'm like, she grabbed me by my hat, pulls me. So I find out later that the woman that started the whole fight, her husband was a cop, and she's the one that I said, "Shut the fuck up," blah, blah, blah. And he's like, "You shut up." And I'm like, "Fuck you." Her and her husband, who's a cop, get in a fist fight after the show outside. She falls down. He goes to jail. Oh. So it was just it was in Atlanta. It was just a drunken mess of
What a
fucking
great crowd.
assholes.
Yeah,
At a charity event.
I want to hear about the London Comedy Store bombing now. I mean, if it was worse than that. Shit.
I'm going to do one that was an incident, which was it was a bad heckle situation. I didn't bomb. The gig was going okay. I was in Birmingham Johnlers, and there was like this table of 6 people in the front. There were students. It was like, I think it was their student night, like the Wednesday or something. And they were all fucking, this one girl was overconfident and just yelling and wanting to be the center of attention. She was bald, right? Completely bald, right?
Why?
Well, this
Cancer?
is the thing. I think to myself, she's like, because I found out they were drama students like this, right? And I thought she was like one of these people who, I'm so confident I don't even need hair. Just
Demi
like
Moore.
shaved, Demi Moore or something. Like, look at me. I'm just fucking a confident, weird, out there person. And so she was doing my head in. I said, shut up, you dumb fucking bitch. Da da da. Think you're all cool. Fucking, I'm bald. Look at me. I can do anything. She had that like propecia thing or alopecia.
Propitia's the drug you take.
Alopecia.
To not be there.
She had it. She had propecia.
Yeah,
She had it on her. She was fucking.
she had
double dosing.
alopecia or whatever, where it just fell out, and she burst into tears and ran out of the room, going, "You don't know what it's like to lose your hair."
Was she being a pain in the ass?
Oh my God! And then I sort of made some joke. I go, "I think I'm on the way to knowing what it's like," right? But it wasn't enough to really win them back. It's like that. I've done that thing where there's a woman in the front row who's obviously just fat, and you've asked when the baby's due. That's always awkward. You ever
That's
done that?
It's a Brian
That's
Regan
just happened
bit,
to me
right?
in a million times in my life.
That's a Brian Regan bit.
I
That's
always-
a
whole bit.
What, offending someone?
Yeah, about like, he goes, when's the baby due? How you get
It's
stuck
Howie
on that
Mandel.
word, due.
Isn't that Howie Mandel?
No.
No, it's
When's the
Brian
baby due? Yeah.
When's that baby due?
No,
When's
Jason.
the baby due?
And then he
That's the
switches
stand-up.
it to
Jason,
Go back to
Jason,
sleep.
the baby panda.
Jason. go
No,
back.
Jason, we're
Jason.
professional comedians.
Jason.
You're Jason.
No, I remember it.
No, Jason.
HBO in
no.
the 80s.
No.
He
When's the
knows.
baby due?
Are you having a flashback?
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay.
Dude, you should. This is a good plug for. I actually have a whole CD of nothing but arguments with hecklers.
Do you?
Yes,
That's a fucking genius idea. You don't,
comedians love the idea.
you don't
love
burn any material. You just fucking off you go.
Well, Jamie Kennedy made that movie called The Heckler, and it was a documentary. And I'm gonna
Jamie Kennedy's a very bad comedian.
and I'm gonna rag on it a bit because he asked me to be in it, and then he never had me in it. And but the thing was a lot of those things were staged. Like he would have,
ones?
he would have the audience heckle him, and be like, "All right, everybody, start heckling me." And it's like,
Next, you're going to tell me Kicking It Old School is not a documentary.
Yeah, I actually tried to pitch. I pitched to a couple documentary film companies. I'm like, let's do a documentary, and we just have like fucking 10, 15 really great comedians telling all their stories, showing all their old footage, because a lot of guys have these tapes laying around. If you don't have the tape, we reenact it. It'd be a funny, you know how like they did those Rick James sketches on the Chappelle show, like reenactments. Because I bombed horrendous at the
what did they say?
Apollo.
and what did they say?
And they say you need Jerry Seinfeld to put up $1 million because it's a great idea for a movie, but we need a famous guy to pitch it and put up a lot of money.
I once pitched an idea that they followed me out to when I was one of the first comics to go out to Iraq and Afghanistan before. Now everyone's fucking done it. Like when the first broke, I was, and then I said, well, why don't we have a comic going out to Iraq and on the helicopter and everything? We do a little documentary on the war and we put a bit of comedy spliced in.
Right.
And all that type of stuff. And then they said, we like your idea, but we want Ricky Gervais to do it.
And Jeff
I said,
Ross did it.
well, he hasn't come in here. No, this is years and
Yeah.
years ago. This is before. And he goes, oh, I'm assuming some comics done it. It's not a very fucking simple idea. But they went, no, we'll take your idea and Ricky Gervais will do it.
I forgot my best heckler story ever, and it goes back. Joe will know a lot of this, and it sounds like a fucked up, like it's such a crazy story. But Jason Steinberg, who's managed both Joe and I, can verify this story. I was in stand-up New York on the Upper West Side of New York. I'm on stage, and a girl has been ruining the show for every comic. And I go on stage, and they're like,
Kathy Griffin.
They're like, no, it's some chick in the audience, and they're like, she's ruining the show. She turns out to be Australian.
Oh, yeah, fucking yeah.
And I had never even been to Australia yet. And she's like screaming and yelling. And I went, like 2 minutes in, I went, shut the fuck up. You fucking ruined everyone's night. Everyone hates you. Fucking kill you. Like I'm snappy. I'm like, kill yourself, you dumb fucking cunt.
You do this to Jason every day.
I know. So I do it. After the show, she comes out and she's still complaining. And the problem was she was upset about her bill because at the time the Aussie dollar was so low. And she's like, do you know what this fucking is in Aussie fucking dollars? I fucking can't pay this fucking bill. So I go to her, shut the fuck. I go, what's her bill? And they're like, it's $27. I go, here, I'll fucking pay it. Tell her to shut the fuck up. So I paid her bill.
3 years and one baby later.
Pretty close, pretty close. They go over to her and they go, that comic just paid your bill. She comes over to me and she goes, you don't understand, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, just shut up, have a drink. And then I look at her and I'm like, I'd probably fuck her. So cut to Jason Steinberg and I, my manager, are with her and her friend back at her uncle's apartment. This is where it gets weird. Her uncle teaches men how to be women, like how to be trannies. And he's out of town, and we're at his apartment, which is this weird, like, museum of tranny shit. And he's got cameras all over the place and stuff. So there's a camera set up. So I'm playing with the camera. Jason takes the other chick into another room. I've got this girl. We end up having sex. I end up turning the camera on and filming it. And I remember fucking her on the floor. And then I take the tape after I fucked her, and I left, and I went over to the other room, and I told Jason, I go, I'm leaving. And I leave Jason with the other girl. I go back and I get the tape from Stand Up New York of her heckling me. And it's her heckling me. And then I film myself going, this is what happens if you heckle me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who are you going to show this to?
Oh, you?
Where is it?
Well, here's the scary part. I have a box of tapes.
And you don't know which one it is?
I have no fucking clue which one it is.
Which one's the wedding? Which one's this?
It's on VHS.
You're gonna have to watch some weird shit to find that one.
I hate to upset you, but I may have recorded the royal wedding over it.
But if we can find this, I'll blur some stuff and actually put it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I will absolutely, for sure.
You can't put that on YouTube.
It's in the office. There's a box. Get on it.
There's a giant box of videotapes.
There's Eddie's job.
No, it's not.
You don't want to go through those tapes. There's going to be, how many sex tapes you got up there?
None. Zero.
Only the one.
He doesn't know. He doesn't remember.
You have a few in your life.
Wait a minute. I forgot. Joe, you were the king of sex tapes.
Oh, I had a lot. I got married. I had to get rid of all of them.
You used to film your neighbors having sex.
Oh yeah. I used to just set up a video camera and hit record and just leave for the night, and then I would come home and fucking there'd be great shit on there. I had it aimed at a window. I got issues. Can I go to jail for this? I'm gonna go to fucking jail from the.
Wouldn't be the first
it's past
Jim and I both admitted to almost killing a hooker, and Jim almost killed an Aboriginal on the show. We contacted a lawyer after the show because we thought we might.
Yeah, I almost killed an Aboriginal in my car.
And I ran over a hooker.
Thank God my wife just doesn't go, well, I feel like downloading some podcasts today. My wife goes, I don't understand why you listen to these things, these podcasts. I don't get it.
It's still amazing to me how many people.
Is it only men that are downloading these things?
Most people don't even know what a podcast is. You go, I do a podcast. They look at you like,
what? How do I? My brother, I go, we have 37 episodes. He goes, where am I going to get that?
They don't know that they can just put your name in search.
I go, it's on iTunes.
I saw I searched yours today. I even saw songs come up. You have songs?
There's the man.
He sings? Eddie sings?
No, that one right there sings.
He sings, and what do you do? Just stand in front of him?
We all just watch him.
We're backup singers.
Yeah, they've backed me up.
It's like the Supremes.
What are the songs?
I don't know. He'll probably write one about you by the end of the show.
He'll have a song.
Do you think you could, Jason?
I would love to hear a song about
Could you
it.
come up with a song by the end of the show?
I don't know.
You haven't really.
Could you come up with a poem?
Maybe.
Haiku? Do you know
What's
haiku?
your name again?
Joe.
I'm Joe Matarese.
Joe Matarese.
Joe Matarese in the song.
Joe Matarese.
That's not a poem.
It's a start of a poem.
What rhymes with Matarese? I fucked his niece.
Fuck this niece.
Joe, what
We
about,
went to Greece.
That means that's euphemism for anal. So I like that.
Joe, what about the time he told me a story one time he was filming like his neighbor having sex? I think you showed
I
me
can't
it.
believe you're telling this.
Where the
right
guy,
now.
where the guy,
I showed you this.
where the guy in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We were working on the road, and you go, come to my room. You got to see this.
Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
like the Amish capital of the
Why,
world.
why are you interrupting? So
We're talking about fucking next door neighbors on tape, and you bring up the fucking Amish. Oh,
God, you know how to ruin something.
They cut a hole in the
Shut
sheet.
the fuck up! Those are Hasidic Jews, you dumb cunt. So
that's the ghost glory hole challenge.
So you showed me a video of your neighbor, and he's this big fat dude, and some chick's fucking him. In the middle of it, he puts his hand to the table next to him and grabs his sandwich and starts eating it.
No.
I do remember that.
Oh my
was
God.
your-
That was
video.
it was from my roof in my, in my
That's
building.
like-
Those Amish get hungry.
I was all excited. I was like, "Holy shit, I could see!" But they had like the blinds, but I was up so high that you could see in, and it was the fattest, disgusting
Oh,
guy.
I've done that.
The guy ate a sandwich.
I've done that
while he
one
was
where
fucking.
you can hear someone fucking in the hotel room next to you, and so you go, all right, that's enough. I'll have a wank to that, right? So you masturbate, and then in the morning when you come out, you're both coming out of your hotel room, you go, good looking. Ah, fat people. I wanked off to fat people.
in Belfast, Ireland, I came home really drunk one night, and I'm walking down the hall.
In Belfast.
In Belfast, and I hear this girl through one of the doors like, "Oh yeah, fuck me harder," and I'm like, "Oh, this sounds good." So I like put my ear up to the door, and I'm listening. I'm like, "Oh, this is amazing," and I'm like, "This is great. I'm just gonna take this home with me." And all of a sudden, I hear the devil fucking her. He's like, "I'm gonna kill you, you dumb cunt." like, he was like, "I want you to die." And I was like,
That's that bird that used to have sex with Eddie that used to come over to the house.
no, and I thought it sounded like when what?
No, tell your story. Come on.
I'm trying to
So
think of
I-
more illegal things that I've done in my life.
Yeah, that's what this show's all
We
about.
should just talk all.
No, I think this
illegal.
show, like, we could
What have you done illegal lately?
lately.
Since this morning.
This morning?
Since this morning, I guarantee you've done some illegal shit today.
No.
No, because you legally can take pot, but
Yeah, I have a card for that.
but illegally you can't because you don't actually have any of the conditions you say you do.
Did you collect any money from the government today?
No.
When's your last check you got?
A while ago.
Did you give me some gambling money that we had?
Yeah, I paid
Illegal
Jim.
activity.
Illegal.
Illegal
I paid
activity.
Jim our debt on pinball.
Yeah,
my debt on
illegal
pinball.
activity.
I had a bet. I actually I'm getting competitive against him in the pinball game.
No, you're not.
214 million is a good score, and I'm. It's like
Didn't get on the board.
Is this interesting, nerd?
No, it is to me. I love pinball.
pinball's fun.
I once videotaped my next door neighbor playing pinball and eating a sandwich.
Jason, have you ever eaten a sandwich and had sex?
No.
No.
I have. Fuck
I've had
yeah.
it on mushrooms though, for
I've
sure.
had sex with a sandwich. Subway footlong. I'm not a fag.
I'm like a videographer, man. I had the umbrella up with the.
Yeah, if you act professional,
How do you
man,
broach the subject? You just like there must have been times when girls have gone no.
Well, the classic is I know that I wasn't even supposed to be included in the situation. These girls just started lesboing out in my car, and then I just started adding my body in, so like somehow I'm in it. You know what I mean?
Jason knows
You ever
a
done
lot
one of
about
those?
that.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did it for 12 years.
Jason does that. Jason does that when you're eating.
I just started like touching an elbow, kissing a shoulder, whatever it was.
I need to tell you because you don't know. Jason was married for 12 years,
Uh-huh.
and his wife was a lesbian, and the only time she let him have sex with her was when another woman was involved, and then she left him for a man.
Oh my god!
Yeah, look.
I hurt my elbow.
That
Do you see
explains-
this? bruise?
Holy shit! That's the biggest bruise I've ever seen. That looks bigger than
Holy fuck, that looks disgusting.
bigger than Rocky's eye.
Put out your other.
cut
Put
that.
out, put out your other arm.
cut your elbo, kid.
Okay, put out your other arm.
I
so
think
we
I
can-
landed kind of hard on it.
Put out your other elbows. That's kind of. You need to pop that.
No, it'll go down
You
overnight.
need to drain that.
No, it'll be fine.
That's all egg.
Holy shit, dude!
That's egg retention.
Oh,
It's my
making me
muscles.
sick in the stomach. I'm
Look,
gonna
it's the
throw up.
muscles ball.
Oh,
He
God.
thinks he's Popeye because his forearms are swollen.
But you're gonna have to tattoo something over that tomorrow.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I hope it works tomorrow.
You put a hat on that fucker.
Jason,
well,
that's-
you hope it works because what do you need it for?
This is my writing hand. And I play guitar.
you were masturbates with it?
No, I'm a left. I'm an ambi. I like some things I do.
You're heavy.
left.
I've never masturbated with my left.
Wait, I want to hear this. Go. Wait, what?
I use my left hand for things. My right hand, I do both.
So when you jerk it, you use your left?
Both, actually.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
switch.
You do.
Yeah, he-
Well, the calluses
he
are
can-
different on
You
each hand.
pretend like one. Sometimes it's your
He-
wife, and sometimes it's the guy with her.
Sometimes it's
he can steal a steak with the left whilst not giving you money back with the right.
I paid you back.
I know.
You paid me back with a hematoma on your arm.
Shit, it's disgusting.
Is that worth a steak?
Can I touch it?
That is
Yeah.
the steak.
It's really fluidish. Touch it doesn't hurt. You can touch it. It's weird.
It looks muscular.
Do it again. Touch it right here. Yeah. Touch it. Push it.
You gotta touch it.
It's like mashed potatoes.
You gotta touch this thing.
There's a girl I went to school and
It's like a waterbed.
Have a touch.
It really looks
Go on,
like a
you wanna touch it?
waterbed.
Go on, Joe.
Joe, touch it.
It's fucking.
Oh, it's like
Jesse?
a hard ball sack.
Oh, Jesus, Jason, you got to get that checked.
Hey,
No, it'll be fine.
Machete,
Well,
touch
what happened
it.
if we lanced
Have a
it?
touch.
It doesn't need to be lanced. It'll go down.
Machete's gonna touch it. No.
Somehow, I don't know who this machete guy is, but I thought he was like Miyagi just now and he was going to do something. He's going to rub his hands.
You know what was worse, Jason? You tried to push it back in with your hand.
Yeah, usually Bruce
you made it worse.
Nah.
Push it back in now, then fix it.
For those of
No,
you
I
that
think
are,
there's just
wait, for
fluid
those
in
of you
there.
that are just listening to the show last week on Tuesday,
I may have actually ruptured a
on the-
muscle.
Jason, for 1 second, on the
Does it hurt?
guys, I just want to let the people listening know. Last episode, what happened? Jason, to apologize for eating my steak, leapt is leapt a word. He leaped out of his chair and jumped in the air and tried to do one of his stuntman dynamic landings and landed on his elbow, which now looks like a fucking tumor, a bulbous tumor on his
It's
arm.
the size of a baseball.
Yeah, it's big. That's a good one. I never do that shit.
Are you nervous about this?
Nah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I got total mobility. It'll be fine. There's no.
You're gonna wake up in fucking pain, man.
Yeah.
No, it'll be better tomorrow.
Get some ice or something. I'm serious.
It'll ache for a few days.
It's
it'll be
not
fine.
going to be
It's
better.
not gonna be better tomorrow. You're gonna wake
No,
up in
it'll
a
be
puddle
fine.
of pus.
Nah.
Jason, it's not going to be better.
No.
Lalit, have a touch of it.
Lily, touch it.
Yeah.
Touch it.
He only does these things so that you can touch
Lily,
it.
well, hold on. You might not
it.
want to. It might be full of jizz.
You put your full hand on it. Actually, like feel it.
Oh, it's like a silicon tit.
The
It's like a fake booby
did
on my
anybody
arm.
see the way Lily grabbed it? The way she wrapped her hand around it like it was
Sensual.
like it was a cock.
Yeah.
Jason,
Best action I've had in months.
All right, let's go back to Joe filming people illegally. Have you ever filmed someone in your room and not told them the camera's there?
Have I ever filmed someone and told them, oh, that's a good one. I gotta think back here.
Like just put a bit of sticky tape over the red light so that, like a bit of gaffer tape.
This guy's good. Yeah.
He knows
I think
what
I've
he's
definitely-
doing.
Or you,
Yeah.
or you
You
leave,
know what?
You leave
You know
it in a
what?
bag with just the lens coming out so that you can just see it. But
In
they
high
wouldn't.
school, I was having sex with a girl in the basement, and my two degenerate Italian guy friends were sitting in lawn chairs outside looking in
Right.
while I was videotaping in the dark. But the TV was on, so every time and I still remember Letterman was on, and whenever Letterman would get bright, you could see her perfectly, and then the TV would get dark again.
All right. So whenever
And then my friend ended up dating this girl for 3 years. So it was so weird every time I'd see her, because in my head I know I fucked you while your friend watched in a lawn chair. You whore! How are you dating her? What the fuck? And I
I
still,
like how the fact that you act like the lawn chair is what makes it seedy.
it's something about
You know what?
sitting in a lawn
When he was
chair.
describing that, I was like, I'd like to sit in the lawn chair and watch.
Because they're comfortable lawn chairs,
Yeah,
aren't they?
It was either that or the bar. Did you ever have? We had a basement, like a finished basement with the bar in the corner that had no alcohol in it. It was just great for like hiding behind, and we would watch each other fuck girls. It's weird the shit you
I
do in high
fucked one
school.
girl in high school and didn't fuck again until I was 17. One girl when I was 15 didn't fuck again until I was 17.
My roommate's name in college was Smack because a bunch of us were hiding in the closet watching him fuck some girl, and he knew we were there, and he was really drunk. And he kept smacking her in the head with his cock, like performing for us. And he would just smack her in the face and on the head. So everyone, his name stuck from freshman year till like still to this day. We call him Smack. And it was really awkward when he met his wife.
And when he got on heroin, that must have really.
He met his wife, and everyone would be like, "Hey, Smack," and she'd be like, "Why do they call you Smack?" And he'd be like, "High five." And he would always high five people, and we'd be like, his wife, "Why do they call Smack?"
I told you the other gross story. You know this story.
My mate Fish never got away with it.
My one friend Chris that I grew up with.
Is he the big fat guy?
No, I had this one friend who was like, he was like our Fonzie. Like he just banged girls left and right, and we would always like.
Fonzie never banged girls.
I was good friends with his younger brother, and we would come home from like a night of doing nothing because we were losers, and he'd be banging girls on the couch, and we'd be watching, and then he'd go and wash his dick and fucking talk to us and give us the recap. He's like, I was fucking the shit out of her. He's like fucking scrubbing his dick
In
with
front of
soap
you?
in front of us. It was weird. But then this is the classic. He was sleeping with this girl for like a while, and he was good at like just convincing girls of things that really weren't going to happen. Like he had this girl convinced that he was going to marry her if she fucked his friends. Right? It's a legendary story, right? So
That's why Lilith's here.
yeah. So we're playing strip poker, right, with this girl, and she's hammered. And I was always the nice guy friend, right?
Yeah.
But, secretly not a nice guy, but came across like the nice guy. So next thing I know, she's naked. Shit's starting to go down. Next thing I know, like fucking guys got their pants. There's 3 guys and 1 girl, and 2 of the guys are like getting jerked off by this girl, right? And I'm feeling bad. I'm just kind of sitting back watching it, like this isn't right. This girl's really, really fucked up, right? So my one friend goes upstairs, gets a condom, and I run upstairs. I'm like, dude, I don't really feel good about this. This is. She might not want us to do it. He goes, dude, just ask her if she's liking it. If she is, then you can go forward. I'm like, you're a genius. Right? So we go back downstairs. This guy like 2 pumps her with his condom on, shoots a load, done, and just goes to sleep. He just leaves, right? And now my friend Chris, the Fonz, is still there. And it's me. It's me and Fonzie, right?
He's wearing a leather
So
jacket.
I asked the girl, I'm like, listen, this is crazy. This is a little much. I don't know if you're into this. I feel bad if you're not. She's like, no, I really like it. I'm like, you sure you like it? She's like, yeah. I'm like, awesome. So my one friend Chris goes, why don't you give Joe a blowjob? It's a very nice thing for a friend to say. So I'm like, all right, let's go for it. So she starts blowing me, right? Then I look up, and Chris starts having sex with her from behind, right? Right? Like he's like Peter North, my friend. He starts banging her from behind. I'm getting a blowjob. I'm like, this is great. I look up. All of a sudden, I notice Chris is looking at me, and he's trying to synchronize his orgasm with mine.
Right. The other shooter was over the grassy knoll.
Yes. So he thinks I'm gonna, so he does. This kid had such a powerful orgasm that it shot on this girl's back, bounced in the air, hit his hand, bounced off his hand, and landed on my forehead. Swear to God. It just started oozing.
It is a magic bullet.
It really is. It's the grassy knoll.
Jason.
So what happened? Did he marry this girl like he said he would?
He did not marry
Do
her.
you have her number?
I don't. She was hot.
Do you have her
too.
name and
She was
number?
she was like a 10.
We'd
this
like to
girl.
find her on Facebook.
I don't even know her name.
And
but
then I always worry about guys like that.
I hope she doesn't know what a
is.
podcast
Has
is.
he gotten married? That your friend is the Fonzie? Is
Oh,
he,
he's married now.
with kids and everything?
He's got 4 kids. He married a girl that is like she's a swinger, and they have a stripper pole in their bedroom, and she lets him have sex with other girls. She brings them home sometimes.
My girlfriend's
very odd.
My girlfriend's upstairs.
And they have
we need to
kids.
tell her this.
They have kids and like naked
no,
pictures of
your
girls all
girlfriend
over
lets
the
me have
house.
sex with her sometimes.
Oh, good. Good. Because your girlfriend doesn't let me.
I
And
know.
it's much more fun that way.
I know Eddie's had 1,000 degenerate friends because
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
met half of them. You've got to have some that have done some shit.
I
like
was
that.
with my one degenerate friend. It's going to be very difficult to tell this story, but
Why is that?
Jim
'Cause your
knows him.
girlfriend's upstairs.
Jim knows him because I can't give away who he is because he's kind of sort of well known. But we were talking and we kind of have parted ways for a while because he got fucked up and really started partying a lot. But I was out with him this weekend in New York and he started talking about sex and he said to me, oh yeah, I said, where? He goes, oh, you missed that fucking party.
You're not doing the impersonation good.
Yeah, he goes, I don't want to do it. He goes, oh, that party, you missed that party. And he goes, I was with this girl and she likes to dress up. He goes, you like to dress up? I said, not really. I don't really need to dress up. He goes, I like toys too. He goes, I like a lot of dildos and stuff. He goes, I got a box. She goes, I got a box of toys. He goes, not as big as my box. I go, what do you have? He goes, I got ball gags. I like to dress up as in all different costumes. And he starts telling me all these stories. And I'm like, yeah, it's getting little hoods. And I like to, I saw him with this girl and she had like marks around her neck. And I go, oh, sounds like you guys had a crazy night. And he goes, oh yeah, I had a fucking leash on her. And I'm like, oh, I guess we've kind of grown apart. You know, I wasn't really
I don't
into
think I know who you're talking about.
I'll tell you later.
This is a comic?
Lilith just said she used to go to those clubs. She used to go to S&M
The whole
clubs.
time that story, Lilith's going, ooh, S&M. Yeah, I used to go to those.
You know, it's
clubs.
funny when you're
Oh.
telling that story. I was thinking about
Oh my
Lilith
God.
and her Lilo, and I was like, I wonder if
Yeah.
she's into all that shit.
I used to witness things like that. Yeah.
Witness.
I used to
Yeah.
witness them.
Like
You know what
I
people
used to
do
go to
after
goth
they've
club.
read the
There's a
Bible?
Court of
amazing
law?
place. I used to be a goth girl, believe it or not.
Yeah? And
Yeah.
and doing that, what did that involve?
All I ever wanted,
it would be-
all I ever needed.
I love Depeche Mode. Depeche Mode was always at the.
That was hilarious.
He got some
Where the
gems.
hell did that come from?
Jason, you're trying to make me swoon.
That was Jason Hour with the funny Depeche Mode song.
It's hilarious.
They're my favorite band.
Sure they are.
Yeah. So wait, what was the question?
What kind of creepy?
You witnessed.
creepy
You were
shit
a
have you been-
witness.
Did you have leashes around your neck and stuff?
You know what's funny is
Yes.
that I never did it in public. No, but I hear there's
Most people
No,
don't.
I hear.
I haven't.
I
Seen,
would just
I
walk.
haven't seen Jason walking a person lately.
But for like 2 weeks, I dated a guy who used to be the male equivalent of a dominatrix, which I'm not sure if it's the same.
Yeah, it's
word.
called a wife beater.
Yeah,
That's called a man.
and he was amazing.
It's called Jim.
He like because there's an art to it. There's an art to like how you hit.
Shut
someone.
up, bitch.
No, it's pretty. It was pretty hot.
Good. Now-
And we never.
now we
the
know you have
great
a
part about
tolerance.
that was we never had sex, and he made me come like so hard. It was incredible, and that's why I love S&M and I love the dominatrix.
See, Jason,
role.
you're only the coming so hard away bit
Yeah.
from doing it.
This has got me crazy. So he knew how to hit you just right that you had an orgasm without sex.
Yeah.
Well, it was finger penetration. Pretty
Really?
much. But it's all worked up with like the hitting,
With like
and the
hitting.
back, and the like.
How do you fucking get that mixture going
That's
on?
what I.
Oh yeah, my friend was telling me he's
can't
like I
even
have
tell you.
paddles and whips, and I was just like,
But he just used his hands because he sold all of his shit because he used to do it professionally. And he's like, yeah, I just
I-
sold it a
Women
month ago.
professionally.
I don't understand this because I you know it's weird.
These are the boys I meet. and
I come from
Date.
fucking.
Yeah, who's ever hit a woman professionally? And where do you sign up to that gig? Like, I'm not a
Like
wife
Turner?
beater. I think if you'll get my equity card.
yeah, I actually met him in rehab, like working in rehab.
Really?
So
we
is-
need to fake rehab.
Was he a patient?
No, he was a coworker. And he.
This guy's leading people to the next step in life out of their problems.
Was that the
CrossFit
13th step?
Jason, hold on. You were a worship leader in a church.
Yeah, I went downhill after that.
Okay, so
I was a
it's-
better person then.
So obviously,
Now I'm a fucked up. What?
what are you?
Whatever.
You know what I
Who
like
got
about
laid
this?
more, Jason?
You know what I like about this? Jason has been in love with Elite for the longest time, and now all he knows is she likes to be punched.
In the vagina.
I like to punch back.
You
though.
punch her and you finger penetrate her and she comes.
Wait,
And these aren't good bits of information for Jason to have when he walks home.
So this guy would spank you.
It was spanking and like hitting like all across my back and like all over my body.
Do you know how to do it too?
No, I've never been trained. I mean, I could punch someone, definitely.
Why did you look at Jason?
Because Jason just makes me want to punch him, but not in a sexual way, but just in a.
Could you spank Jason?
Oh no, no. I know we're always fighting, Jason.
Would you let Jason spank you?
No.
Could,
on.
Could, could
Yesterday he
Jason,
tried to.
Could Jason slap you in the face till you come?
It wouldn't work. I would just cry.
I miss my friend Smack. I want a new one.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting world though, and they're really cool people. I think they're
really cool.
They're misinterpreted, and I think they're judged more.
Hold
than,
on one second, Jason. If
anything.
your only chance with Lilith is that she starts taking you to S&M clubs, and you're gonna have to go there with a leash around your neck on a chain, wearing a ball gag and leather slippers,
Yes.
would you do it?
Maybe.
That's right, bitch.
Oh,
All right.
Lilith, will you spank him, please?
Right now?
Yeah, please. We just want to see it. Will you let her, Jason? Not on,
Give me a look at your arm.
not on his arm. Not on his arm.
I need a paddle. Hey,
looks actually better.
I
It
need,
looks
I need
better.
a paddle. Don't I need something?
No, use his guitar. All right, let me
It's
describe
weird.
this. Yeah, she's not going to hit you in the arm. She's going to hit your ass. Jason, get up.
No,
more.
just slap him in the face is always funnier.
No, don't smack him in the face. Would you
No,
let
I
her
don't want to
smack
see this. This is gross.
you? No, this is going to be hilarious.
No, I don't want to see this.
No, it's going to be good.
Thing's turning purple now, man.
I'm tapping out. Is this the end of the show?
No.
Oh, what the fuck
Don't hit him
is...
with a skateboard.
That was lame. You're both lame. Go away. The two of
Why
you.
am I lame?
Because your ass looks horrible.
I'm doing what you asked me to do, and now
I
you
didn't
say
ask
I'm
you.
lame.
I said I didn't want that to happen.
If Jason asked you to kill your grandmother, or if Jim asked you to kill your grandmother, would you do it?
She's dead.
To dig her up and try to do it again.
No. That's just ridiculous.
If he asked you, if he told you it was funny to dig up a body, just a body, he didn't name the body, would you do it?
No. That's gross. I don't like
I'm not
dead
going to
bodies.
ask you to do that.
I don't like dead
Stop.
bodies.
Eddie's putting things in my mouth.
I don't like bodies dead.
How long have we been going, Eddie? 46? Oh, we got another 10 in this.
How do we wrap this all up, Eddie?
We don't. Joe,
How do you
Joe-
follow a girl
no,
saying she
no.
likes to be
They're
spanked
like,
and hit?
no.
No, I thought this was going to get really good.
No.
It's the greatest thing ever.
Elite, stop it. Stop it. You've killed
think-
us. You floored me.
It was about to get really
Lily,
good.
You
You're
don't
like-
understand.
Elite, you're all talk.
You're like a derailing train.
She did give him a good lap dance on his birthday. I commend you.
Yeah, no,
Lily-
I watched
we-
it.
we-
I wank to that sometimes.
You don't
actually.
wank. You're American. You cunt.
Do you really?
You
No.
jerk. You don't wank, mate.
I might wank.
Listen,
I've been hanging out with him a lot, so like that shit's like.
and sleep. We had a professional porn star, Caden Cross, here to give him a lap dance on his birthday, and Lilith gave him a lap dance, and then Caden Cross gave him the lap dance, and Lilith did a better job than Caden Cross.
Thank you.
She was cunt.
Thank you.
Because she's a
She was,
non-professional.
when you
There's
say,
nothing better than that.
when you say something like that, you have to say she was a cunt. You can't say she was cunt.
She was cunt. I am legend.
You can't talk like a caveman. She cunt. Me tard.
Those would have been the days, eh? When you could really club them in the face.
Imagine how amazing.
Yeah.
Just take what you wanted.
When you're Fred Flintstone, that
Why are you
bitch
grinding your teeth while you said that? Jason was going to take what you wanted.
up. Yeah, you take what you wanted.
If you were a caveman, just describe.
You went to the cave and you took your prize.
Watch this. Jason, if you were a caveman, we're just going to put you back in time. Describe how you would get Lilith back to your cave.
Well, first I'd see my lettuce hook up.
Then I'd take her to a rooftop in Venice somewhere.
Then I'd have to go see another cave.
Then I'd hit her with my grandpa's stick.
I'd have to go see. I'd have to go
Take her back to my bale of hay.
I'd have to go see another caveman to see if I could borrow his cave.
I'm just in a studio cave at the moment.
I'm in a mud hole right now. I'm working into a cave.
I'm thinking if my rock cast takes off.
And my pet brontosaurus is depressed. Jason, describe how you would take her to the cave.
We just did.
How would you do it?
Hit her with grandpa's stick. Back then, you just clubbed their shit and fucking take them home.
Where would you hit her?
I wouldn't want to do anything severe. Probably frontal lobe.
Oh! What? You're gonna make me a tard?
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
He needs a match.
So I can fuck him. Yeah. You're gonna make me a.
I'd go
Down
for frontal
syndrome
lobe
person.
damage because I don't want to destroy any of the CNS
gonna
functions.
give me a
in the back.
lobotomy.
You hit in the back of the head, you can fuck up organ function or you know.
Frontal lobe.
Frontal lobe, you're just gonna destroy decision making.
You could crack.
Executive functioning. You're gonna destroy a lot of things.
You could crack in her forehead and fuck the wound.
Jesus, Jim.
Weird.
You know, everything he just said was really creepy
Yeah.
because he's thought it out.
Exactly.
But you came in with, I'm going to top him. Joe, is this scaring you?
I'm a little terrified.
Hey Joe,
he's
Joe,
videoed worse
Joe,
from his fucking window.
I want to reassure you something, though, Joe. I don't think anything out ever, so don't worry.
What do you mean by
You
that?
don't have
What
a
does
frontal
that mean?
lobe.
I don't have a plan. I don't have a plan for the next minute. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I live a flexible life.
Yeah,
Jason's all midbrain.
Yeah, I saw your notebook where you had your 5-year goals.
Learn how to speak Chinese. I don't know.
He
Weird
has
shit.
goals. He has a bucket list.
He has a 5-year plan.
I wrote that like
And
12.
and it's-
I wrote that 12 years
He has
ago.
a 5-year plan, and the plan is keep on keeping on.
I love Robert Crumb. Oh wait, let's keep it a second.
That's Will Ferrell.
Unless you're talking about coming from being punched in the face, shut the fuck up, Lily.
That was great. When you're British, you can get away with that shit. Why is that?
No, I can say it too. Shut the fuck
No,
up,
but-
Lee, before I punch you
No,
in the
come on,
cunt.
Eddie.
you,
Eddie,
it's like
Eddie,
me.
Eddie, Eddie,
Oh,
Eddie, Eddie, Eddie.
It's weird.
Sorry about Eddie, Lily.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I can't say it.
What?
I want to hear my song at the end here.
Do you have a song
Have
yet?
you written your poem for Joe
Does he have a
Matarese?
guitar? Does he really play?
Joe wants us to record his podcast after this.
No, I don't. I want to
On our equipment?
I want an interview
With our sound guy?
on my equipment hooked up to your board.
Sure.
Just an interview.
I told you it would be that easy.
I do a podcast called Fixing Joe where I have a different problem every week, and comedians and callers usually and Facebook people try to help
How
me
long will
out.
it be? Because I'm going to go to In-N-Out Burger.
Oh.
Is that one? Is there one
Well, you
near
know, the
here?
food truck might be over at Windward tonight. That's
Love
good.
In-N-Out Burger.
Remember the quesadilla? Remember the quesadilla?
Have you had Five Guys?
I haven't had Five Guys
Five
yet.
Guys would change your fucking life. It's better than In-N-Out.
It's better.
I don't
It's
agree.
better.
Where's that? Whoa,
All
what's
the
that?
magazines, the Zadok guys,
No.
they all say Five Guys is fucking
Where's
brilliant.
Five Guys?
You've never even been. You've never even been. You're judging
What is it?
something.
What is it? What is it? I never heard of it.
It's the fastest growing chain in America. Five Guys is fucking unbelievable.
Jim just believes everything they hang on their own
I
walls
eat.
themselves.
I
That's hilarious.
burgers are my favorite meal. I'm telling you, Five Guys is the fucking shit. I'm telling you.
Farted. Was that a fart?
Jason, he's laying back. He's all cocky. He's got a swollen elbow.
You look at his swollen elbows.
He gets drunk by about the end of the second episode, and then he starts getting cocky and he interrupts everyone and he gets annoying. I got to tell him to shut the fuck up.
I think it's time for us to go. In-N-Out's calling, man.
No.
No, it is. How long, Annie? 52. It's time to go.
No, really?
No editing yet. I need to blow my nose as well. Okay.
Oh, I can see it coming out.
I need 30 minutes from you guys.
All right,
Can you do that?
Yeah.
We'll do the interview.
Yeah.
You do the end of your podcast.
All right. So actually, let's plug that. Go to Joe Matarese. What's your podcast? Fixing Joe.
Yeah, you go to joematarese.com and click on the link, or you can go into iTunes and just search Fixing Joe Matarese, and it'll come
How do you
up.
spell Matarese?
Matarese.
And we can.
And if you want that CD when a comedian attacks with 11 different isolated arguments with drunken douchebags, That is available on iTunes also. When a Comedian Attacks.
When a Comedian Attacks.
And also, you can see Joe. He'll be one of 120 comedians on what's it called, standup.tv.
I'll be on Chelsea lately.
Hey, look, I gotta be honest. I think this show is gonna really break you two. I think this is the next step, and things are gonna change. So get used to walking down the street without being annoyed. Enjoy these last few days of freedom. I'm telling you.
Is he what got you over to Australia, Eddie?
No. I got no career in Australia.
But Jason, what do you have to plug? Do you have anything going on?
No.
Okay.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping
Do you
on.
have a song for Joe? Can you sing a little song right now? Just sing him a little something.
Joe,
Keep going.
you're a sex addict and you need help. And you gotta stop recording yourself. Cause it's okay. Cause we love you as you are. Just stop. There you go.
That was the weirdest thing you've ever done. Weird. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Hey, everybody. That was the end of this one. Email us at jimandeddie@yahoo.com. Our T-shirts are available on the website. Please donate. You get all kinds of good stuff with the donations. Posters, T-shirts. If you haven't gotten them yet, they're on their way. Roy, when are they going to be getting their shit? Next week. You will be getting all your shit. Please donate. Keep the show going. And Jesse hates when I say that. Thank you to Machete, Luke, Jesse, Lalit, Io, PK. Oh, I didn't say the website.
Jim and Eddie talkshit.com.
That's the website right there. What is it? www.
Jim and Eddie talkshit.com.
And check out the YouTube videos. Lalit takes care of all those. And there'll be you'll see pictures of Jason's swollen elbow. And thank you again, Fine Southern Gentlemen, for the T-shirts. That was it for us. Check us out next week.
Talking shit.